Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Washington Nationals and the Chicago Cubs. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. All eyes on the league's best hitter coming into this one, Singy. First pitch coming your way next. And towing the slab, Cade Horton. What do we need to know here about the right-hander? All right, ready to go here. Dalen Lyle digging in for the Nationals. The 0-1. On the ground, right side. And that chance handled. Slinging it to first in time. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. And the batter now, James Wood. Out towards right center field. Crow Armstrong takes it in for the out. And there's two down.
Batting third, the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Here's C.J. Abrams now. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're watching Cubs baseball on the show Chicago. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Brad Lord. What do you have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup move. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it's into the bleachers, out of here. A towering shot to center. His first homer of the year. The Cubs strike first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
And now it's Alex Bregman. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
In the air to left center. Hassel has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. And up next for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Number 4, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on. Here's a high chopper. Garcia there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Cubs get one on the solo shot. It's now 1. Here at Wrigley Field, second inning set to go. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
High.
Garcia launched a homer in his most recent game. And the 0-2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Going back on this one. And it lands in the basket. A home run. And we're level. It's 1-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
Dylan Cruz stands in now and watches strike one. To the right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first, one away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. And now it's Keibert Ruiz.
That's a strike.
To the right side, Horner throws to first in time. 2 down, bases empty. Next to hit, Brady House. Line drive, base hit, fair ball down the third baseline. And that keeps the inning going. Now the tag at second, and he's out, tied for 2. And that is the inning.
Batter tried to stretch that one into a double, but he wasn't about to let that happen. Nice job to get to the ball and fire that one into second.
Back here at the friendly confines. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Yeah, that's fouled off. Suzuki with a homer in his last game. Inside, almost got him. The 1-1 is fouled off. One and two here. On the ground right side, Garcia throws to first in time. Nico Horner will come up to hit. This to third, House slings to first in time. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. In the air to left center. Hassel on the move. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head on down to the top of the third. Back here at Wrigley Field, new inning getting started. Robert Hassel III digging in for the Nationals. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that's going to get into the corner. Into second easily with a leadoff double.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Man at second. On the ground to third, Bregman slings to first in time. So now the DH spot, Dalen Lyle grounded out his first time up. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and the Nats take the lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
What a stop to first, and that's a great play for the out. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Grounded out his first time.
This hitter loves attacking the first pitch, so not giving him something to hit is a good move.
Man on second, 2 down. That's a base hit. Here comes the throw. Redford slides safe at the plate. It's 3-1. And now it's Luis Garcia. Top of the zone for a called strike. Swing and a ground ball. That's the third out. Inning over. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Set for the bottom of the third. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. And that one fouled off.
You know, these Cubs definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. The numbers tell us they're swinging at the first pitch more than 90% of the time, and that's an extremely high number, especially when you're not getting results, Boo.
Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out. And now it's Miguel Amaya. First pitch swinging. This one in the air. Garcia drifts towards it. And there are 2 down. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Ian Happ up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Happ getting to start in left, hitting leadoff in today's game. And his batting average this season is over 400. Two down, nobody on. Stays alive. Got him swinging. Cubs are down quietly. Score hold. Here at Wrigley Field, start of the fourth, Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. A little out front there as he swings through it. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Next to hit for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz. He swings and fouls one off. Ripped to third and caught.
That's what you got to have at the hot corner. Cat-like reflexes. Line drive caught by the third baseman as he dives. Terrific play.
Popped up. Pointer should have this one. And that is that. Nationals go quietly as the lead remains 3-1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch.
Ball.
And a foul ball. 1-1 now. In the air, right center. This is mashed. Way back and gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they cut into the deficit. Now it's Alex Bregman. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And the tying run is on base.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
At the plate, Pete Crow Armstrong. Shot grabber, that's through for a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. And he'll pull into second safely.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one down.
The batter, number 2.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Nico Hoerner. Golden opportunity right here. This to center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 2 down. Now a chance for Carson Kelly. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Tosses to first. They limit the damage here. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. We go to the top of the 5th. Robert Hassel III digging in for the Nationals.
You know, these Nationals doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. One thing that really stands out to me is how they've only struck out 1 time. That's good discipline right there, and on top of it, they're producing more than a hit per inning.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. High fly ball, right field. Suzuki settles underneath it. And there's one away. Up now for Washington, Andres Chaparro. And a strike on the outside edge. That one's in there. That is strike 2. And that's downstairs and outside. That one ripped left field. Carrying well. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot. His second of the year. So the Nats lineup turns over. Dalen Lyle digs in now. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. That one carrying, and it is gone! They do it again. Back-to-back homers. One down. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
No, that's a ball.
There's a swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Liner, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Luis Garcia getting ready to hit. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Save. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Abrams at second with 2 down. And that one lifted in the air center field. Crow Armstrong under this one. And that is that. But 2 rounds. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. And that is cut on and missed. That's strike 1. Late with the swing there.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
Got him. 1 down.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter's going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
The 1-0. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Hassel settles under it. 2 down. So back to the top of the order. Ian Happ now at the plate.
Number 8, Ian Happ.
This one smoked on its way out of here. That'll fire up the dugout, and they cut it to the lead. It's 5-3.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it.
So 2 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Michael Busch. In the air, center field. Hassel under it. And that is that. But the Cubs do get one back on the solo blast. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Dylan Cruz, the next to hit.
The right fielder, number 3, Dylan Cruz.
Out towards right center field. Suzuki on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. That one pushed foul. Ruiz, 27 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Gets him to chase after that one. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Up next to welcome the third baseman, Brady.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Brady House.
Yep.
In the air, right field. Suzuki gets under it. And that is that. And the Nationals gone. Back here at the friendly confines. Let's take a look at how the ball's been flying today. Plenty of power on both sides of this one.
Yeah, it seems like days like this get pitchers questioning their life choices, Boog. Any fan who goes for a bathroom break is at risk of missing another dinger.
And a foul ball.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. And they cut into the deficit. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
swing and a ball popped in the air. House under it. And there's one down. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. This one in the air, center field. Hassel under it. Out number 2. So here's Horner now.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Bounced up the middle. Abrams whips it to first on the run. Out! In time. Got him. And that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. We go to the top of the 7th. And now up for Washington, Robert Hassel III. Swings through that one for strike 1. Fires in time. So digging in, Andres Chaparro.
Hey.
Sliced hard but foul. Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 0-2 now. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Strike 2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Has room, and he makes the catch. So 1 left. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Gus Varland, ready to make his season debut. Digging in, Carson Kelly. Oh, great stop. From his knees, the throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, at this point of the ball game, you're counting outs. That's a great diving stop to keep the tying run off base. It's the little things that add up to a big W at the end.
Swanson in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Andre Granillo preparing to come on if needed. And he can't make the play. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. 1 down. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Miguel Amaya. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Line drive. He brings it down. Nice play.
Sweet grab right there. That's the DRS for you, buddy. Defensive run save. Very athletic. Really good reactions. Nice job of saving that run.
And fouled off. So the tying run at second. Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. And he won around. Just enough that time. The 0-2. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Throws to first in time, and that will end. We go to the 8th. Up now for Washington, C.J. Abrams.
Now pitching for the
Caleb
Cubs,
Thielbar taking over on the mound.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to
Ball,
hit.
no.
Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here.
And that one hit to first. Bush takes it to the bag. Leadoff man is out here
the
in the
batter
8th.
number 2, second baseman.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
And first offering is fouled off. That one fouled off. 0-2 now. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. In the air, left field. Hat moving under it. 2 away now.
Up next for Washington.
Next to hit for the Nats, Dylan Cruz. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Ground ball to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here in Wrigley Field, the sprint chart shows us an impressive power display from this lineup. 4 homers so far.
Yeah, they've been sending them out all over the yard, Boog. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere for these pitchers to hide.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Fastball for a strike. He goes down looking.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Here's Alex Bregman. He's already homered here in this one.
Drive.
There's a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Next one just misses. And that's ball 1.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game and sometimes from at-bat to at-bat.
The Nats trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fastball almost got him there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Gus Varland gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching
New arm out of the bullpen, P.J. Pooler. He's making his second appearance of the season. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 3. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That one almost got him.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Struck him out looking. And the Cubs are down in order. They trail it 5-4. Here at Wrigley Field, we go to the ninth. Keibert Ruiz digging in for the Nationals. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Here's a 3-0. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Up next for Washington.
Now the third baseman, Brady House. Nice grab. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And that'll do it. It's the Nationals 5. And welcome back, and here comes the closer, Clayton Beeter. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season. This one popped up, foul ground first base side. Takes it in for the out. Now, Nico Hoerner, 0 for 3 in this one. Slider right there.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And a big swing and a miss.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Cubbies with only one out left.
The catcher.
So up next for Chicago, Carson Kelly. And it's fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. This one in the air, center field. Hassel on the move. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Nationals take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots.